If you're in the market for a C-segment sedan, your obvious choice would of course be the Honda City. It's the oldest in the segment and has a huge reputation. Then of course there's the Hyundai Verna, followed by Volkswagen's Vento. But now there's a new player in the segment, the Toyota Yaris. How does the Yaris stack up against the established order? That's what we are going to find out today. In this lot, the Yaris is the priciest at 12.85 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi. It is also the most conservative in its styling after the Vento. As a result, in a crowd it won't really stand out. This is accentuated by the 15-inch wheels, which don't really fill up the wheel arches. This car needed 16 inches. The second most expensive car here at 12.54 lakh rupees ex-showroom, the Vento sports the most conservative styling. Certainly not eye-catching. The City carries a sticker that says 11.84 lakh ex-showroom, which makes it more affordable than the other two. The proportions are nice and it makes the Honda look squat and sporty. The bling isn't overdone either, much like in the case of the Hyundai. At 11.42 lakh ex-showroom, the Verna is the least expensive of the lot. It is also the most attractive car of this lot, looking flat and wide and sporty. But the Yaris feels narrow on the inside. You feel distinctly closer to your co-passenger than you do in the other cars. Legroom, however, isn't a problem. And the ceiling-mounted rear AC blower works better than the floor-mounted ones on the other cars. The touchscreen infotainment system feels more like an aftermarket unit. And there could also be a couple of more USB slots. What stands out in the Toyota though is safety. It is the only car here to get 7 airbags across all variants too. Everything feels well put together inside the Hyundai. There's a solid feel and the quality of materials used feels top-notch. And then you get to the equipment list. Cooled seats, the only infotainment system here to get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, cornering function for headlamps, 6 airbags, stability control and more. The City boasts the most amount of space among these 4. The Honda's equipment list is long too, so you get 1.5 GB of internal memory space, voice recognition and more. And even though the Honda can't match up to the Vento's or Verna's fit and finish levels, overall quality is improved too. In fact, everything in the Vento feels solid and built to last. The equipment list isn't bad either, and you get hands-free connectivity, auto-dimming rearview mirror, cooled glove box, stability control and more. In the creature comfort game, however, Volkswagen is still some way behind the Verna and the City. On the go, the Yaris is super refined. It feels comfortable cruising at 90 to 110 km an hour slotted in 6th. Push it a bit harder though, and the front end feels distinctly flighty. The fact that super refined petrol engine has a great mid and top end, but not much of a bottom end grunt, also means that she'll make you work to get up to speed. Where the Yaris outshines the competition is in braking. It has the best brakes in its segment without doubt. The other car that feels flighty is the City. And like the Toyota, the City's iVTEC engine too offers a much better middle and top than bottom end grunt. But the Honda engine is the happiest of the lot to rev and feels eager when you give it the stick. Unfortunately, it only gets a 5-speed gearbox compared to the Hyundai and Toyota's 6-speed manual units. Compared to the 2 Japanese sedans here, the Verna feels stable and planted. It has the most powerful engine here and it shows. Unlike the Toyota and the Honda, however, Hyundai has spread the grunt over a wide band. Dynamically, it is still not up there with the Volkswagen, but the gap has narrowed significantly. This is the nicest car to drive of the lot. Planted and reassuring, it inspires a ton of confidence. That 1.2-litre turbo petrol engine might be the least powerful here, but has deep reserves of torque. Helped along by that flawless 7-speed DSG, the Vento attacks corners with enthusiasm. Each of the cars here do something or the other really well. The Vento is the nicest to drive, the Yaris is the most refined, and the City the most spacious. However, if it's a well-rounded package that you're looking for at under 13 to 13.5 lakh, then the Verna is still the car to buy in the C segment. That it's also the least expensive only sweetens the deal.